Hello and welcome back to another Tesla Open Mic podcast episode. If you're new to this podcast, Tesla Open Mic is a show that discusses exploratory testing, manual testing, testing career path, or to show you how to start one from scratch, even if you are not from the IT industry. Everything that will help you grow as a Tesla tester, an EPAM systems company, or motivate you to become a tester with us. And this series is about team leaders' wisdom capsules. Well, after all, it's called 5 minutes of TL's practical wisdom. Wisdom on how testers can elucidate when a behavior is a bug or not. Tips and tricks, examples, practical wisdom to help you test more productively. Thank you for being here with us today.
Hello, my name is Miguel and I have been working as TL for more than 4 years on Test.io. I was a tester as well, so I'm very familiar with both worlds.
Also, practical wisdom. What can you advise testers to identify whether a scenario that seems buggy is not, or vice versa, of course?
First off, as tester, it's important to understand the difference between something that may seem normal and a real functional visual or content bug.
Yeah.
And first, you need to take some time to understand the product and what is exactly the main purpose of it, because this will help you to understand what is expected and what is not expected, so you can easily identify a bug. To be honest, every time that I've been asked about my opinion or advice about this topic, this has always been like my first advice, to understand the product. Because I think that sometimes testers just rush and report books or any other contribution just because they want to be the first.
Yeah.
But at the end, the books or the contribution gets rejected because the product wasn't tested properly. I do understand though that Test.io is a very competitive environment.
Mm.
When you join a test, you're also participating with many other fellow testers, but you really need to take some time to understand what exactly you are testing, its real purpose. And after you have taken some time to understand the product, then you need to pay attention to the instructions of the test, its requirements, and of course the test features that usually explain what exactly should be tested and what is the result that you should get after certain actions.
True.
Another advice would be to test in different browsers or devices if possible. Yes, I know that some testers only have one device, but if it is possible for you to test the same book and to try the same steps on different browsers or devices, then this will help you. Because if a button consistently behaves in a certain way after being tested in 3 or 4 browsers, then it is likely normal behavior. And the same thing with forms or drop downs or any other functional component of the product. Last but not least, what I think it would be the best advice,
Please.
use your logic and your best judgment. Your experience will also play an important role from time to time when you get to participate in more cycles, and if you are really active, you will get more experience. So
True.
you will see and you will start noticing that it is easier to differentiate between a normal behavior and a real bug. Unfortunately, there is not any magic formula, because being a tester is like a combination of different things. Being a tester is a combination of knowledge, a combination of logic, experience, good judgment, and of course the critical thinking. And so yeah, I also think that you really need to consider the rejections that you get from TLs, because when I was a tester, I always took notes of all the rejections that I used to get, just to avoid the same mistakes in the future.
Exactly.
And especially when your book gets rejected as intentional behavior. Before adding comments or sending a dispute, please just take some minutes to read carefully the rejection reason. Only if you are completely sure that it is not correct, okay, you can go ahead and add a comment or dispute. But considering what I have seen, I think that sometimes testers just do not take some time to understand the reaction reason.
True.
So that is also like another advice that I can tell you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Test Your Open Mic podcast. If you want to become a tester, start a new career, or you are already a Test.io tester and want to thrive, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know more about testing with Test.io, listen to the private podcast held in our Discord community server, which you can access directly from your tester account. Take care and stay tuned for more practical wisdom. Cheers.